So how do you begin to capture that? One way is to use this, which is a project management tool from Xerox. You put up on the wall, what have we tried, what have we learned, what are we pleased about, what are we concerned about? Those are the 4 questions. Tried, learned, pleased, concerned. As people come in, if it's a meeting about Sarah, you get people to write up on the paper. And suddenly, everybody's wisdom is up there. And then you can start having that conversation. Given what we learned, what should we do? And this can make a huge difference in people's lives. There's a woman who would only get about 20 feet from her house and then she'd want to go back. And they were trying to get her to go out into the community, and they would be going, Mary, this is your favorite thing to do. Don't you want to go? Don't you want to go? Can I help you go? And she would go, I'm headed back. And doing this, they finally figured out that Mary was scared and needed to trust the people who she was working with. So if you said to Mary, the first time she said, I want to go back, you had to say, okay, let's go back. And you'd make it back to the door, and then she'd say, okay, now we can go. But what staff were doing was trying to kind of encourage her to go. And she was going, can't trust you. And it was only through doing this kind of work that they figured it out. There's a woman I worked with named Pam. And Pam had this amazing gift. She could fake a heart attack. And you would be convinced she was going to die. And she discovered if you fake a heart attack, you get out of whatever it is you didn't want to do. And handsome young men come and take your shirt off. It's a win-win. And we're going, we need to stop this. And I'm going, wow, good luck to us. And they, tried all kinds of stuff. And what they finally figured out by doing that 4+1 was we need a way to be able to document that they're not real heart attacks. And they make portable electrocardiograms where you can put the chest leads on and the person can wear it. And they did that, and she had a heart attack, and sure enough, the cardiologist was able to say, her heart rate didn't go up at all until those handsome young men came. But there was a second problem. Pam was going to an extreme behavior because what we were doing with her during the day was so repugnant to her that she felt like she had to have a heart attack. So we needed to find other stuff for her to do. And they said, oh, she is so hard to figure this out with because she comes in the morning and she tells you all about her evening in exquisite detail. And when she's done telling you about the evening, she has to tell you about it again in the same detail. And she needs to tell you about it 3 times. And staff are going, I can deal with it once. I can manage it twice. After 3 times, I'm starting to have negative feelings. And so people were going, well, where would that be okay? Where would that be okay? Any idea what they figured out? I'm sorry? They found the Alzheimer's unit, which had lonely people. And one woman in particular bonded with Pam, couldn't remember Pam's name, but she couldn't remember most people's names. She called everybody dear. So she'd go, how are you, dear? And Pam would go, I'm fine. Let me tell you about last night. And she'd go, oh, please sit down. And she would make all the appropriate noises while Pam was saying, you know, what happened. All of the things that would say. She was genuinely interested. Pam would get all the way done. And she'd say, thank you for telling me that. And Pam would go, did I tell you what I did last night? And she would go, please go ahead, dear. Because her conversion from short-term to long-term was pretty weak. But she was lonely. She really wanted company. And in fact, we're not entirely sure if her conversion from short-term to long-term was as bad as we think, or if she was just going, delightful young woman who enjoys spending time with me. Do we care? So Pam got to be a volunteer at this unit a couple days a week, and people look forward to her coming. Because they had somebody who was very pleasant with them, who shared time with them, and figured it out using the 4+1.